Hello, and welcome to another devotional of God Talks. Today, we're going to be talking about temptation, where it comes from, how do we deal with it, so on. It says right here in the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 18, since he himself has gone through suffering and temptation, he is able to help us when we are being tempted. When we're being tempted, we know that thought comes in our mind and say, hey, it's okay to do it. What are we doing? We are fulfilling the desires of our flesh. We know that it's not pleasing to God. We do not want to fulfill the desires of our flesh. We want to sow into the Spirit so that we can please God. Temptation is around us every day. No man that lives on this earth has not been tempted. So temptation is a normal everyday thing. God gives us a way to resist it. It says in the Bible, it says, if you resist it, then it shall flee. It said, resist the devil, he shall flee from you. What does it mean to resist? That means to say no, turn away, turn around, go the other way, make the decision in our mind that we're not going to give in to temptation, because that's not pleasing to God when we fall into temptation, because it is sin. Sin cannot stand in God's presence. What is it saying today? Where does temptation come from? We know that all temptation comes from Satan. Temptation comes from Satan. It's a thought. It's a whisper in your ear. It's a desire to fulfill the flesh and to do what we want to do. We can't do that. We got to do what the Father says do. We got to be obedient. It says in the Bible that obedience is better than sacrifice. It said he almost always makes a sin look lovely. Who are we talking about that makes sin look lovely? The devil. He makes it look appealing. He makes you want to do it. It's satisfying. It gratifies the flesh. We should resist it and flee from it at all costs. It says right here, temptation is planted and nurtured in the soil of your sinful nature. I'm reading out of a book that's telling you, it's a devotional, and it's telling us about temptation, about sin, about life, about how we can avoid things that are not pleasing to God. It goes on to say, ask God for power not to give temptation a second look. What does that mean? That means when you look with your eyes and see something that you want that's not yours, you need to ask God to give you strength to look away. When you see that car that you want, no, this is not of God. We cannot do that. We got to know that temptation is going to come. God give us the power and the strength to resist temptation. It says right here, temptation is planted and rooted in the soil of a sinful nature. You must be ruthless to weed out any sinful habits. Do you have sinful habits? Do I have sinful habits? Yes, we do. You know what? God give us power to overcome that sinful nature. We don't have to give in to it. We don't have to bow down to it. We can tell it what to do. We can rebuke it swiftly because God give us the power to. All we got to do is ask, Lord, admit I have a sin that keeps coming back to me. I don't have the power to resist the temptation that comes along with it. God is able to see you through, to see me through. God has the whole world in the palm of his hands. He's able, I have a problem, to deliver us from the clutch of the evil one. Yes, he will. I am a living testimony. It says right here in James 1:14, temptation comes from the lure of our own evil desires. That's talking about me and you. We all have things that we struggle with. We need to know that God is able to see us through. God is able to deliver us. God is able to give us the strength to tread on serpent's head and to be overcomer and to be a light for those that are around us that may be going through. Thank you for tuning in to my devotional, God Talks. I pray that all is well. I pray that you are able to stand on God's word when temptation comes to get you down. Now, if this has helped you, I will ask that you share it out and comment. And until next time, be blessed and always remember, God talks.